it play and call it work.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the Dark Angels basically supplement review from Psychic Awakening. They got their update, finally. I've been waiting for this forever.
Right.
I thought this was going to be the third Psycho.
Oh, the third. So what was the first one?
I actually don't remember what the first one was.
The second one's obviously the chapter approved.
No, that was the second one. So the first one was, back in August, they announced there was leaks about a bunch of big things with Dark Angels in the September White Dwarf.
That's what it was. Yes, there was nothing.
It was nothing.
There was nothing.
Well, no, it wasn't nothing. It was an article about some dude's army, which is really beautiful, don't get me wrong.
And then
we were all kind of hoping for something.
Then there was chapter approved that said big rules for the Dark Angels and chapter approved,
That was a
well
lie.
as point changes.
I'm calling you on that one. It was a lot.
Well, they said rules. They said changes, but it was just point changes.
Just point changes.
It just turns out to be point
They
changes.
faked Dark Angel players out.
My favorite part about that one was they specifically mentioned Dark Angels.
I know.
But literally everything went down in points.
Yeah, it was nothing. It was nothing.
I think even Space Wolves got bigger point reductions than
It was a
Dark
fake
Angels
out,
did.
and I don't know what they were thinking. I
Character-wise.
still haven't let go of that one. That one was.
But
wrong.
hey, you've got...
Finally, I thought this would be the third fake out, and be like, you're not actually in Psychic Awakening, it's just a story, just Lazarus.
You still got
You know
Grim
what?
Resolve.
You know what? Don't. We're
still
going to get
got
to that.
Grim
We're going to get to
Resolve.
that. So again, not again, but this is a week late. Actually, the book's out right now. Go buy your copy right now. It's actually worth the while. There was 3 armies in this book we needed to cover. So we did 2 last week on the pre-order,
Right.
and then we did Dark Angels today. I've been super excited for this one. Been waiting for this one forever. I've been talking about this one nonstop to Luka's lament, actually.
I think the Dark Angels is cool. I've always kind of enjoyed their... When's the last time you felt they were real good? Was it the Tail in the 7th? With
Tail in the 7th, they were real good.
The Demi.
Not even the Tail end.
All Space Marines are really good.
Late
though.
7th, yeah.
The Demi companies, the free
Well,
transfers
late
and all
7th,
that.
Dark Angels are doing very well.
Now, granted, they're not the worst army in the world. There's always Space Wolves.
They struggled. Well, when you played Dark Angels, you typically played Ravenwing or Deathwing. Not typically, but that was a big part of them, and they struggled in a lot of 8th. But one thing I want to point out about, as we go over this book, typically, when we do these reviews, we have the book for a day or so, we review them a couple times, so just read over them, we play a game, and then we come back here and do a review. That didn't happen this time because it's a week later. I've been sitting with this book for a while. So I've had a lot of time to really think this book over.
Right, you've been a roller coaster with this one.
Yes.
Are you up here now, or are you down here now? Where you at? Are you like in the middle?
I honestly don't know. You know what? I'm unsatisfied.
I'm disappointed.
I'm not disappointed. I'm not disappointed.
Only because I had to predict. I don't play them, so all I care about are the Deathwing because the video game's awesome. I played the video game. And I love the Deathwing.
But there's some nice bonuses to Deathwing now.
I had predictions for what I wanted this book to do, and they didn't do that, and I'm sad about that. I'm only disappointed because of that.
I see a lot of lateral moves. Like this bad thing is now. Well, this mediocre thing is different but mediocre. But I want just before you think this is going to be all negative, that's not this thing is really there's some strength there.
Did Dark Angels get better? The answer is yes.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
There's a lot of good things. We had some serious gaps that they addressed directly and fixed. Like one being Black Knights. I'll get into more detail when we get to them, but even in the review game that's in the vault right now.
Yeah, you'll see his example of that.
So not Luke and I. Vito and I played a game in the MiniWarGaming Vault. 1,500 points. I brought a mix of Ravenwing, Deathwing, and Greenwing to attempt to try as many things as possible. Now, if you're already a Vault member, you can click the link below, yourself a 7-day free trial, watch that game. You can cancel immediately afterwards. You'll stick around. But that's fine. Just watch the game. I want you to weigh in on what you think. You've had some time to sit with the rumors. You've had time to sit with other YouTubers doing the reviews.
Yep.
There's been it's about a day now. You can get the book yourself. I want your opinions. Actually, and more to that, if anything, you just think I'm just missing, or I'm not seeing it the way I should look at things, you disagree with anything I say, or you agree with anything I say, feel free to not only comment, but email me. I'm more than down for this discussion. Steve@MiniWarGaming.com. STEVE@MiniWarGaming.com. Let me know if you disagree with me. Because here's the thing. I broke my rule, Luka. I never go online and check what people are thinking about something. And I form my own opinion.
But you checked what other... You're conflicted because you didn't like the Doctrine trait right away, but everyone else did, right?
Yes. That's the main...
Yeah.
That's the primary one. I'm hearing nothing but positive...
Well, to be fair, it is good. It is hands down good. There's a lot of things you can do with it.
For those who are unfamiliar, let's explain what it is first. So, it was called Relentless Hunt.
So I call them Doctrine traits. It's a special trait you get as a Space Marine chapter when you're in your preferred Doctrine state.
Yeah.
For them, it's the Devastator.
So
Doctrine.
back in like 7th edition, we called everything the Decurion.
Right.
The Doctrine tree is pretty accurate, actually.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know if there's an actual online term for it. It's what I call it. Sorry, it's called Relentless Hunt?
Relentless Hunt.
Okay.
Okay. So while the Devastator Doctrine is active, so you're going to start the game with it inactive. Or with
Right away,
active.
right away, it's good to go.
All heavy and rapid fire weapons have plus 6-inch range. All pistol and assault weapons have plus 3 range. Now that, don't get me wrong, that's not nothing. That's pretty
That's good. There's a lot of examples where that's amazing.
Here are my problems.
Oh.
It solves a problem Space Marines don't really have. It has uses. I'm not saying it's useless. I'm not saying it's garbage. It has uses. I don't see it as a big problem. Every other Doctrine trait has been, I'll air quote this, fluffy in some way.
Right.
You can see what they're going for the narrative of an army.
This is how this army plays.
This doesn't make any sense.
This is what they should get. So
I don't see the narrative of this one.
What we're both probably going to say here is it's boring.
It's boring. It's very boring.
It doesn't. When I hear, Dark Angels have longer range on their heavy and all their weapons, I don't think I immediately do not think Dark Angel. When I think of like Iron Hands, when I think of the White Scars, when I think of the Ultramarines, when I think of literally all the other ones, Imperial Fist.
Yep.
That is that chapter. I'm playing that chapter now. That's 100%. What it feels like.
Yep. That's Luka kind of nailed it on the head right there. Like it doesn't feel like anything Dark Angel. It's not nothing. It's not garbage. It's not terrible. Now if you go second, it probably won't come into play. I'll tell you this: minor spoiler to the game in the vault, which I think is actually pretty decent, pretty good showing. I showed off a lot of the Dark Angel's rules in that one. It never came into play, not once.
It's just it's supposed to show off. I read the little narrative thing. They're hunters.
They are.
Yeah, but
well, I guess
the extra range you could argue it makes sense, but it feels like they could have done so much more.
You know what? Okay, if this Relentless Hunt, this just popped in my head. If the Relentless Hunt special rule was before the game starts, every model in your army can move 3 inches, that would have been worse mechanically than this.
Right.
But I would have preferred it. It would have felt better.
Okay.
You're right. It's just boring. I don't like it. Now, this is what I can't wrap my mind around. I watched plenty of YouTube channels that I really respect, and typically I like their opinions. And nobody says anything bad about this one. Like I love it. There's no reason to leave the Devastator Doctrine anymore. I'm like, what? I want to move into Tactical Doctrine as soon as possible because I play Ravenwing and Deathwing. I don't care about the extra range of my bolt guns. Ravenwing don't need it. Deathwing probably don't need it. I'd rather have the extra AP.
So yeah, when it comes to Ravenwing or Deathwing,
that one, guys.
I would agree specifically. Deathwing do not need that at all. Now you could play 30-inch away Ravenwing, but I don't think there's probably I can't think of examples right now. That's 6 inches. That difference is 6 inches. Plus, I don't know the way you like to play Ravenwing, very aggressive. Right?
Well, I like to minimize the damage I take. This you would think this would work perfectly for me.
Because you're further away.
I want to maximize my range, minimize their range.
Pointless.
It doesn't seem like when I play Ravenwing, I don't think it's going to be necessary. I think it will come into effect. It will be a bonus, but it's not going to prevent me from going to Tactical Doctrine.
The one thing I could think of is
it's a nice turn 1 bonus.
You're fighting other Marines. You have your Ravenwing bikes. You're 30 inches away. You're fighting something in cover. The only way for them to retaliate, unless they're intercessors, is to leave that cover and shoot at you, which is nice. But if they're intercessors, they don't care because they have 30-inch range anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hellblaster's 30-inch range as well, if I recall.
Okay. So there's 2 things two more things about this thing. So I guess my opinion is it's nice, it's useful, it's a great turn 1 thing. It is not going to prevent me from moving into Tactical Doctrine.
It's your preferred doctrine, right?
Yeah. I would like to know. I'm just curious as to why I've seen comments in message boards or other videos saying now there's no point in leaving Devastator. Like I feel like enough people have said it that I feel like I'm missing something. What am I not seeing?
So I'm trying to think of there's obviously we'll talk about the Talon Master later. There's that one. There's that guy.
Yep.
There is.
Matters after turn 1.
It depends if you're Dark Angels. If you're playing Plasma Cannon Heavy, it's super.
Again, I don't think it matters after turn 1, but yeah,
it can be.
So
Hellblaster's 36
so
inch
that's the
range
thing.
on
So
Hellblasters.
you're going to the next thing I wanted to talk about and continue on. So what if? How do you? You're going to stay in Devastator Doctrine for the entire game. That's the plan. You're going to make a list, and you're planning to stay in Devastator the entire game. And you have this rule. So Leviathans.
So that was my next one. Leviathans. So 30-inch range on Leviathans.
Fantastic.
Perfect. Great.
Yes.
They stand still 30-inch range on their Storm Cannon rays. Mm-hmm. That's great. But then you don't want to always play with Leviathans, right?
How about Inferno Cannons on Redeemers? Which are now, I think they're 12-inch range, so they go to 18-inch range.
Okay, sure.
they're gonna get charged, and I don't really. It's cool.
Well, they got the flame.
I'm not gonna base an army on that, so but whatever. How about a squadron of 3 Ravenwing land speeders with 2 heavy flamers each?
Okay, sure.
So you have 14-inch range heavy flamers.
Yeah.
It's still gonna get.
I think they got AP2 on them now.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's about 300 points for 3 of them.
But here now you're a Deathwing company. Yeah, you're playing.
Do you want to do? Would you do that? Would you ever use a squad of 3 Ravenwing speeders? Would you ever use a squad of 3 speeders with 2 heavy flamers each, knowing they're 14-inch range?
Sure. That sounds cool. I don't know. Yeah, it sounds fun. Sounds like doable.
Okay. That's what I thought about. I don't have the models to. I can't.
You yourself personally don't have those.
I don't have those models. So like, do I buy them and try just to try that out?
Do you have the Dark Angel Leviathan? Because that'd be
I don't, but I mean, it could that I think the Leviathan with the 2 storm cans
Stand
is
still rerolling
huge. Yeah, it's a huge.
Specifically because Grim Resolve works on vehicles now as well.
Okay, don't get to Grim Resolve yet. Please don't. Let's let that stew for a bit.
Obviously, Leviathan. Right away, the winners are Leviathan, Talonmaster.
So, what would you bring? What would you use to capitalize? Plasma cannons like it on turn 1, but usually
it sounds like you're skewing into your list is going to look like Greenwing and Ravenwing combination, and it's going to be useful. It's going to be good. Hands down, it's going to be good.
Yeah, it's not useless. I just don't see why I'm still not going to. There's some talk about aggressors. Maybe even so now we want to use aggressors with flamers that are now 11-inch range flamers. No, I'd rather have the
bolt gun.
Yeah. So now you have 21-inch range assault bolters on turn 1.
Oh, there's assault weapons. That's right.
Yeah, I'd rather have 18-inch range with AP. Most of the time.
There's
If I'm fighting a bunch of Tyranid Gribblies, I'll take the range.
Yeah.
But I think the AP, for me, most of the time is better. This is where I'm stuck. I don't want to spend much more time on this, but that's where I'm at.
I just feel like when people say that you're going to stay in the Devastator Doctrine the entire time for Dark Angels, I think that's an over-exaggeration.
Yeah,
now when you compare it to Iron Hands,
they're going to, absolutely.
Right, like Iron Hands are for sure going to stay in the Devastator Doctrine.
And we also have to keep in mind that when you think about Dark Angels, you're thinking about almost 3 different armies: Ravenwing, Deathwing, and Greenwing, or even 4 because it's a combination. Right?
You could do. Would it be worth doing Stalker Bolt Rifles on Intercessors?
Yes, absolutely. So before anybody takes this too negatively, it's not terrible. It has its uses.
Right.
It's actually okay because it's a Devastator one. It's actually, even if it's not what I want to be in, I get it on turn 1.
Yeah.
Turn 1 extra range is fantastic. So I'm not saying it's terrible. I'm saying I'm not understanding why there's a lot of chatter out there, people wanting to stay in it for the entire game. That's where I'm lacking. I think I'm missing something.
You could for sure build a list where you would want to do that.
Okay, if you got that list, send it to me. But either way, good, not fantastic, but boring. Okay, you know what? It's actually pretty strong.
It is. Oh, it is. Well, because a lot of people.
I was
gonna say a lot of people just take that one. I can't remember the name of the trait where they get to add 3 inches to the range of the weapons.
For generic space means, yeah, absolutely.
Plus stealthy, like that, and then this just doubles up on that, or it gives you the generic trait if you're an assault weapon.
But like they're also getting that 3-inch range, and then they're going to tactical doctrine and getting their APs, right?
Yeah.
So again, not bad, not the best, but definitely on the better side. Just a little boring. That's it.
See, what I wanted, what I had gotten Steve's hopes up on is I wanted to see something in the Devastator Doctrine, the Tactical Doctrine, and the Assault Doctrine.
We talked
something for Greenwing, something for Ravenwing, and something for Deathwing.
That would have been cool.
That would have been the coolest thing they could have possibly done. They could have all been bad or mediocre, and then you would have had an awesome rule. No matter how you build your army, you can go all 3 tiers, all 3 wings, and then you get something a little bit.
That would have been I think a little greedy in hindsight. That would have been awesome.
I think they deserved it. I think they honestly deserve something like that. That's why I'm disappointed. I think it's strong, but I wanted to see that.
You know what? Space are the worst army now.
Because they don't have a Doctrine trait yet?
Yeah.
Soon. I think they're in the next book or the one after that. I can't remember.
True.
They're one of the 2. Book 5 or 6 is Space Wolves. So I will feel bad if Space Wolves get something really, really good and put Dark Angels to shame.
Ultimately, I think when we're done this...
I think the Space Wolves still be worse, though.
I think there's a lot of really good... There's a lot of good in here. A lot of good in here.
So this book this book first of all focuses on Space Marine shooting, which is good and really good. So
there's some combat stuff. You'll see. Luka hit it, and I guess we have to address it. Grim Resolve.
Bam.
It was by far the worst, most boring, least useful chapter trait.
Now someone's definitely going to disagree with you there, but
which one can be worse?
I personally don't like the idea of your models. Okay, who cares about the only one guy can run away?
Okay, so Grim Resolve. If you stand still. When you shoot, you reroll ones to hit.
Yeah.
So it's like stand still, get a captain nearby. And no more than one model can flee from morale.
Right.
Keep in mind, if you got Deathwing, you're
Deathwing are immune to it already.
Yeah, 30 your army just is immune to it already. So no more than one model can flee. Now, most of the time when you play Space Marines, you don't give me any advantage at the time, of course. You go to the morale part of the game, it's like one model flees on a 6, but I get to reroll it.
Yeah, that is usual. That's usual.
That's Space Marine morale. This thing is garbage.
It's not good.
It's terrible.
It is not great.
Really hoping for a change or a tweak or a buff. Blood Angels had a fantastic one.
So Blood Angels were +1 to wound.
Yep.
When charge, heroically charge. And then that was the base one. And then when they got their Psychic Awakening book, The Blood of Baal, they got +1 to their advance and charge, which is nuts.
Right. So then I'm like, oh my goodness, they had probably one of the best ones. And then they got even better.
Absolutely crazy.
We're going to get Grim Resolved.
Yeah, Grim Resolve is going to be crazy. Now, it did get better.
Well...
Because it works for your entire codex.
Because it works for you, exactly. Except for servers. Yeah, so you get Grim Resolve on your tanks now.
That could be useful on Executioners. That could be useful on probably only that. I mean, if you're going to run Predators or Vindicators. Vindicators were a winner of the +1, the 6-inch range as well. So Vindicators standing still, shooting 30, and they always D6 shots now.
I got some Vindicators,
which
and
I
will be using them. So yeah, it's 125 points for a Vindicator with a 30-inch range gun is not terrible. Yeah. It stands still, rerolls ones. It does benefit here. Yeah. However, the Grim Resolve, lack of change to Grim Resolve was super disappointing, and I feel like an oversight on their part.
It did technically get maybe much better. Depends on if you want to play like Iron Wing, if people call it that in 40k.
But I mean, Blood Angels, all their vehicles are +1 to win on the charge, or +1 all the traits, right? Everything, right?
It's true, yeah.
So yeah, this was disappointing.
Actually, it would have been really sad if the Dark Angels.
I think they made a mistake on this one. Like, I can see stuff happens in books that can change. You may not like it, like, whatever. But this one I'm really disappointed on because it just felt like it was such an obvious need of addressing.
What would you like to see?
Don't care. Dark Angels. I don't know.
They'd keep the base 2 rules it has now.
How about Dark Angels ignore their Grim Resolve or Ancient Weapon? They ignore the plasma weaponry gets hot.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Or how about if a model is removed from play because the plasma weapon got rolled a 1 or whatever, on 4-up they ignore it. Something like that.
A 4-up to okay. Instead on 4-up they don't.
It's a little more like armies are getting rules that are narrative to their backstory and something like that.
And Dark Angels are the plasma.
Grim Resolve, reroll ones to hit if they don't move.
Our biggest gripe with Dark Angels is both of their key rules are boring. They are. They don't. It's not like a lot of interaction with it. It's just I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's it. However, the stratagems definitely did not let me down.
They bring it all together.
Oh, they did some good stratagems here. I'm super happy with a lot of these. So on the first page, we're not going to go through every stratagem. The first page, we got one called High Speed Focus. 1 command point. This one was so super needed. This is like they heard there was a problem. Okay. Ravenwing units, when they advance, they have a special rule called Jinx. So when they advance, they have a 4-up invuln. Okay? Fantastic.
But they have to actually advance.
They have to actually advance. So I believe, now this could be some hyperbole here, but I'm pretty sure 100% of the time I've played with Ravenwing, I've gone second.
And then they all die.
And a lot of them die. Now, I've brought a 10-man squad of Black Knights so many times. To the best of my recollection, I've never gotten out of turn 1 with more than 3 of them. I think one time I had 4.
It's just like, oh, look, that guy brought like 400 or 500 points of Black Knights. I'll just hit him with everything.
They have to kill them. I'm not even mad. Like, you have to. They're so good. They're so deadly.
And there's such a big footprint, frail. You can't hide it, right? It's hard to hide it. So.
Yeah. So you get like a skimmer nearby, you have a -1 to hit, but they kill it. And then like they always got to my Black Knights.
Yep.
So now there's a 1 command point stratagem, High Speed Focus. You use it after you get targeted for Ravenwing, and you count as if you have your jank thing.
Yeah.
So good.
Yes. If absolutely necessary.
If we got nothing but this stratagem, and then the Doctrine stuff, army's more than playable.
That's fair. Okay.
It was really big. The army's been.
So that means because they got all these other stratagems, they.
Oh my god! There's just so much good coming now. Yeah. Now we get to the good stuff, everybody, and this is where I get excited. This is why I'm like, there's a lot of that.
The stratagems are, especially for the Deathwing, too, really cool stuff.
Okay, so I wouldn't say Terminators are back. I've heard other channels say, but Deathwing Knights are definitely viable.
Deathwing Knights are super cheap, very effective. And I gotta say, Paladins from Grey Knights are very, very scary too. So Terminators, if people are saying Terminators are back, you take those into consideration.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the Terminators are back. Everybody.
With the Death Guard Terminators as well. There's Death Guard Terminators now. You have Deathwing Knights. You have a Grey Knight Paladins. All very respectable.
Are you going to see them in top tables in the big tournaments?
Well, I don't. Death Guard Terminators were already there. That squad of 10 of them with the bolters, super hard to kill, lots of shots.
Deathwing Knights.
Oh, Deathwing.
Oh, Terminators. Yeah, they've been okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So. Well, what Luke's talking about, for those who are unfamiliar...
Death Guard Terminators. I'm talking about
Death Guard.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's different. Death Guard were always viable. I love the Terminators.
Deathwing Terminators.
Let's get through a few of these. So we have Fury... So a couple ones for the Terminators. The +1 to hit, like all Terminators got.
So
fantastic.
The namely ones from the main core book that came in was Fury the First, +1 for Terminators, much needed. Transhuman Physiology, oh yes, 100%. And there's I think like Gene Rot Might's okay. I think those are my two favorite ones though, because the Terminator's coming back on force, en masse. You need that Fury the First, and you definitely need Transhuman Physiology, especially with your Raven Wing bikers.
I want to call the right thing. Okay, so we also have a Stand Firm. Use a stratagem when a Deathwing Terminator unit from your army is chosen as a target of an attack. Then in the phase, +1 toughness.
Yeah.
Fantastic, 1 command point. But there's another one that's in the main book. Fortress of Shields. Another 1 point stratagem. If the Terminator unit has 3 or more shields in it, I think it's -1 to wound. Subtract 1 to wound rolls.
So this puts them on par, kind of, with the Paladins and like the Death Guard Terminators and all that. Like, it just makes your Terminators durable.
Well, there's a scary bomb. So we'll keep those two in mind as we talk about combined assault.
Yes.
But this was 2 command points.
But worth it.
Oh, yeah. So when the Deathwing unit, and it's going to be Terminator because they're all Terminators, is in Deep Strike, when they come on the table, if they are wholly within 6 inches of a Raven Wing unit, they can be outside of 6 inches of the enemy instead of 9.
As opposed to 9.
So say you have a big blob of 10 Deathwing Knights.
Which is not that expensive anymore.
No, it's like, I'll tell you, it's...
How many for 5?
350. 175. No, 175 for 5.
Oh, wow.
It's 350 for 10.
What?
You have 10 Terminators, 350 points. You target them, you can make them toughness 5.
Is it actually that cheap?
Yeah. Okay, Luka. It is. I think it's about 25, 30 points more expensive for regular Terminators with Thunderhammer and Storm Shields than the Deathwing Knights.
So now, granted, the Thunderhammers have a little bit more AP.
1 more AP.
But not worth the points.
But not worth the points.
Is AP 1 on the mace?
No, the mace is AP 2.
Oh, wow.
3 damage.
Yeah.
Not -1 to hit.
Oh, but not strength times 2.
It is. It's strength 8.
I like.
Yeah. So here's the difference between the Mace of Absolution and the Deathwing Knight.
AP 1.
1 AP. So you get rid of the -1 to hit, but you lose 1 AP.
I would take that trade.
100%.
Because they hit on 2s with Fury the First.
100%.
Yeah.
So you can make them hit on 2s. You can spend a lot of command points here. So you hit on 2s.
But
you can make it toughness 5
and
-1 to wound.
And a 3-up involved.
And -1 to wound.
Yeah.
And -1 to wound.
Yes.
I mean, you're spending a lot of command points, but you're gonna just frustrate your opponent. If they don't have a bunch of mortal wounds.
And that combo of stratagems is very, very Dark Angel.
Well,
so from what I know, from what you told me, the Raven Wing hunt down they find the target. Mm-hmm. When they find the target, in come the Deathwing.
Well, okay, so many people know, but okay. So there was a big split a long time ago. There's the chapter split into. The Loyalist Dark Angels are constantly hunting down what they call the Fallen.
Right.
The Dark Angels from 10,000 years ago. And they're scattered throughout the galaxy, right?
Yeah.
So the Raven Wing's primary job, they're the second company, their primary job is to locate the Fallen. And when they locate them or pin them down, trap them in, they summon the Deathwing to then capture them.
They clean house.
And they all meant where they work together, right?
And that is literally what this combined assault, your Raven Wing, double move forward. Well, they can double move forward.
Yeah,
we'll get to that.
There's a stratagem for just double move.
And then you get...
Oh my, that is so good too.
And then you double move forward turn 1, well, turn 2 or whatever. And then your Terminators all show up, make their 6-inch charge. 10 Deathwing Terminators are going to not die and kill anything they get in contact with. It is so good. Oh, make sure you get your Deathwing Knights, man.
Okay, I'm a little annoyed that I only have 5. I need to buy 5 more.
You need to buy 5. You're going to buy... Yeah.
I have 5
Thunderhammers already?
No, I have Thunderhammer Storage Shield ones. I think that's going to use them as Knights for now.
Just proxies.
Yeah, okay, so... Yeah, sorry, full throttle. So, Stratagem has been fantastic. Oh, another one. We have Transhuman Physiology now, right?
Yeah.
Minor spoiler. Skip ahead 30 seconds. You don't want to know. Minor spoiler for the game. You mix transhuman physiology with the stratagem of getting your jink when you get shot at, when your Black Knights get shot at, they're going to survive.
Or as well as if you have cover on them too.
Oh yeah, all the things.
You find all that in your Blackwing Knights or your Blackwing Knights. Yeah, they're not going to the Knights.
Oh, so we have the. I don't know if this is standard across the board, but we have like have a second Warlord trait,
like
but it must be a different model. The White Scars has to be the same model.
It differs between the chapters.
Oh, okay.
But it's the same kind of idea. You can either double up a Warlord trait on one character, or your chapter allows you to pick a secondary character to have a second Warlord trait on them, but they're not your Warlord. They just have the trait.
There's another one actually. Targeting guidance is one command point. If a Ravenwing Landspeeder, so a Landspeeder army can see an enemy, you can reroll hits against that unit.
Oh wow!
It's a stratagem. It's like I'm spotting for whatever.
That's new.
Yeah, that's really fantastic. So stratagems, and there's some more good ones. But
there's a lot. They got a lot of stratagems.
This is. So I'm not saying the power level's down. The power level's pretty good. I'm not saying they're winning tournaments. I don't know yet. We'll find out what happens. But I'm not upset with their strength. I like it.
They can finally do cool things with the combined force of the three wings. At the very minimum, at least the Raven Wing and the Death Wing. That I'm super glad to see, first and foremost. And I actually fear that. I would be afraid to fight that on the table. Because how do you answer 10 Deathwing Terminators coming at your face? Unless you're something like the Eldar, who can just kind of screen the whole table.
Well, okay, so if you're going to do that, this is also why I want to be in Tactical Doctrine. You can bring 10 Deathwing Knights, and off the top of my head, it's about 350 as well. Drop down and spend 3 command points to shoot in the movement phase, clear a bunch of screens.
Nice.
And then they can shoot again in the shooting phase. But maybe they drop down within 6 of the enemy and they're shooting other screens. Like, they can do a lot of work now. I mean, again, this is very CP heavy, but I get the game's going that way.
That's Space Marines too. That is like, you're gonna be out of your command points on turn 2 usually.
Yep. But I mean, hopefully you put yourself in the proper position.
Right, and then at that point you're snowballing to a victory at that point as well, with like all the force of your stratagems.
All right, Warlord traits is another one that I'm super happy with. So we have 6 more Warlord traits, 3 for just Deathwing, 3 for just Ravenwing.
And then you have your old generic ones in the old book too.
Yeah, but these are fantastic. Okay, so one of the big winners here is called Lay Low the Mighty for the Deathwing. You can reroll wound rolls for attacks made by melee weapons against characters or models with 8 or more wounds by friendly Deathwing units within 6 of your Warlord. You have a big knight?
Yeah, reroll.
You reroll the wound.
Force to wound. Force to reroll as well.
Yep. Mortarian's round, reroll the wound. Yep. Anything. Like, this one's it's a Warlord trait.
You're wounding him on 3s too, rerolling.
Like, if I'm playing a Deathwing Heavy Army or I have a big blob of Knights, I'm going to use this Warlord trait. If I don't have it on my Warlord for whatever reason, I'm going to spend a command point to get this trait on a different Deathwing character. Maybe on an Ancient nearby. Probably on an Ancient nearby.
If I was to play Deathwing, I would for sure include definitely that Warlord trait is nuts, and I would definitely include like one squad of like 5 Black Knights. Does it have to be Black Knights? Or can it be just Ravenwing?
No, Ravenwing.
Yeah, I would do the opposite. You know how you only include the one squad of Deathwing? I'd like to play all Deathwing and then have that one squad of little bikes that shoots that big Death Star in.
No, maybe multiple squads, like single attack bikes or dirt cheap ones. So
like little ones.
One of them will get there.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like I should probably do more than one. But like little squads of 3.
Now the 3, there's 2 more for Deathwing, whatever. The 3 Ravenwing ones are all fantastic. One actually super upsets me.
But you could at least take 2 of them every game, though, right?
Well, this is a little bit harder because for the Ravenwing characters, you have 3 choices. Wait. You have 2 choices of Ravenwing characters. Oh, right. You have Samael and his Warlord traits picked.
Oh, okay.
And you have the Talon Master.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh,
this one's hard.
They don't have like a normal master?
Nope.
A Talon Master is the Ravenwing? Okay.
There's only one non-named character in the book that's a Ravenwing, Talon Master. You can have more than one.
I was going to say, you just bring...
I had a binary Talon Master, and they're not bad, but... I mean, they're great.
This is a captain on a bike, essentially.
No, it's a lieutenant on a speeder.
Talon Master is the lieutenant, that's
and
right.
It's a double assault cannon, double twin... And it's got a power sword. It's actually pretty good. It's actually really good.
And one of the Warlord traits is plus 6 inch range.
First of all, is this one I heard some negative about, but I kind of like it. Impeccable mobility. While within 6 of the Warlord, Ravenwing units from your army do not suffer the penalty for firing heavy weapons or advancing and firing assault weapons. So your Black Knights with their assault plasma can advance and
then the Talon Master just follows up behind.
Or you can just bring a bunch of Landspeeder Vengeance, Talon Masters, plural.
Yeah.
A bunch of speeders. If you want to go with pure speeder army, I would go with this one.
That's fair, yeah.
But it's not like it's not like I'm gonna use this every game. But it's really cool. It's really like it's a little extra thing.
That's actually not bad. Like you have all your speeders, they all have 30-inch range at least, and stay in the Devastator Doctrine because they're speeders.
Yep.
And then they're just flying around Talon Masters, just absolutely gunning down your opponent.
If I had this is the problem. This is the thing. I don't have all the malls in trial. I have a 12,000 point army. And I can't do all the things. Every time a new book comes out, a big like the way you want to build your army changes. It's a little frustrating.
Actually, that sounds super fun. Just actual speeders, just outrider detachments of speeders.
I like that.
Maybe a scout detachment for points.
Another one, tactical flexibility. Once per battle, you can pick a unit. You can just pick what doctrine that unit's going to use for that turn. The doctrine doesn't change, but they're using. We're going to stay in Devastator, but that unit's going to use tactical this turn. Not amazing, not terrible, pretty good. I would use it, but
okay.
Problem with the next one is it's so good. I'm angry. It's too good.
Outrider. Oh, this is the one where they move.
Start of the first battle round. So after season initiative, the Warlord and one Ravenwing unit can make a 12-inch move, so long as it doesn't end within 9 of the enemy. Okay, so you can get turn 1 charges.
Right, because they move 12 already base, right?
They 16.
They move 16 base.
If they advance, no, sorry, 14.
Okay, 14. Yeah, because they go 20 if they advance.
But I mean, there's the stratagem where you can spend 1 command point, advance, and charge. But either way, you 12-inch move, turn 1 charge. Oh, there's a new command stratagem where it's 1 command point for a Ravenwing unit if they are charged or whatever. You have a 5-up invuln in that combat.
Oh wow.
The Black Knights, fantastic at shooting. They move before the game starts. They move when the game goes. Yep. They destroy something with their shooting, and they charge something else.
With their Corvus Hammers.
Yes.
With the Shock Assault.
It's so good. It's such an auto-include. I'm going to use it every time. It's so good. I don't like these turn 1 charge things.
You don't like Alpha Strikey stuff?
I don't. No. I think that's hurting.
They're bringing it back. So at first, when the edition first came out, they had a lot of it. And people didn't know how to deal with it, so they nipped it on the butt. They got rid of it. It took a little bit, but they got rid of it. It took about half a year, I think, in the end. And now people are getting a little bit more into the game, right? People are comprehending it a lot better. It's been like almost 3 years, let's be honest. And now they're bringing it back. A lot of turn 1 charges in this game now. You're looking at drop pods coming in turn 1 charge from there, Outrider turn 1 charges. There's other examples I can't think of right now. Stupid Raven Guard, 100%.
Oh yeah,
yeah. They do that. They literally do that. They do that all the time. Yeah.
That was like, my other army I play. Like, I know it's strong. I don't want to do it every time, but I'm happy it's here. I'm acting like I don't like it, but like I'm gonna use it. It's so good.
Yeah, it's hard to not, right? It's just, I'm sorry,
everybody.
I'm sorry.
Then we go to relics. They also did a pretty good job here. Okay. Reliquary of the Repentant. Ravenwing Biker model only. So that can only be currently only Apothecary, an Ancient, or a Champion.
What if you were to go to the Legacy stuff?
Well, you can't have. There's no character getting Ravenwing.
Oh right, okay. Ew.
Worsen the invulnerable saves by enemy units by 1 to a minimum of 6+, while they're within 6 of a model with this relic. Now, worsen the invulnerable saves of enemy units by 1 while they're within 3 inches of a model.
With this relic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's -1 invuln.
So some talk. Okay, so you have a big blob. Does the model have to be within 3 inches? Okay. Worsen the invulnerable saves of an enemy unit by 1.
Yeah.
While they're within 3
inches of a model with this relic. So you have your model with the relic. Here's a unit within 6 inches of it. That unit loses
3 inches.
Oh, sorry, 3 inches. They lose 1 on their invulnerable save.
Okay, so you don't have to. The whole unit doesn't have to be close.
No, just one model from that unit has to be within.
Okay, so it's not bad.
All suffer.
It's pretty good. It's a good relic. Problem is, there are better stuff.
I was gonna say, but who can take that again? A chaplain?
So no. A Ravenwing Apothecary, a Ravenwing Ancient, and a Ravenwing Champion.
Sure. Okay.
But it's not.
I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
They can just follow around whatever you're. Yeah. Okay.
In the battle group I'm gonna play, I did bring the Corvus Oculus. It's for a Ravenwing Talon Master only. I know it's a vehicle, but he gets to use this. You add 6 inches to the range of his weapons and +1 to hit.
So +1 to hit. What?
Yeah. So he goes to hitting on 2s, but he's always going to move, so he's going to be hitting on 3s. He's always hitting on 4s in the game. Now he's hitting on 3s again.
Yeah.
Unless you bring that Warlord trade, then he's hitting on 2s.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So you get plus 6 inch range, but your Devastator Doctrine turn 1, you get +6 inch range. So now you have 36 inch range assault cannons.
Yep.
Plural. Yep. And you have what's a 48 inch range heavy bolters.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Oh, and they're all AP2, folks. Hitting on 3s or 2s, depending on your loadout. Rerolling 1s if you decide to stay still, but he's not going to do that.
It's hard not to want to bring this.
Well, that's I think that's like one of the biggest strengths that they have access to. Like I am a huge fan of this like Raven Wing weird speeder build in the Devastator Doctrine. Like these land speeders dishing out a bunch of shots. It's kind of cool. Ignore moving, firing heavy on speeders is huge. You see that in the Iron Hands, right? I had a lot of ton playing Iron Hands with speeders.
So I'm a little frustrated that I can't. Now I want to try a full speeder list.
But you don't have the models.
I don't have the models for it. Like I have the speeders, but I don't have all the loadouts I would need. Like I could spend time. Maybe I should. It's tempting. I'm not going to right now.
To go buy speeders.
I gotta buy more Deathwing Knights. Okay, here's we're gonna go one more. We're gonna go one more relic. The Pendant of Remembrance for Deathwing Ancient only. Friendly Deathwing infantry models within 6 of this relic on a 5+ ignore damage.
Man, these guys are actually Death Guard Terminators.
Yes.
With all this combined. So you have this ancient model. He gives a 5+ to shrug off all wounds, eh?
The Banner Bearer. Okay.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about this for a second.
Their toughness 5.
We haven't. Their toughness 4, but you can make them toughness 5. You can make it -1. But like that's all fantastic. This will keep them alive. But like, just remember that these 2 attack models, extra attack on the charge, right?
Yeah.
Or the first round of combat. The ancients nearby is an extra attack.
Oh, is that what he does? Is that the
Yeah,
Deathwing
he ancient heads on extra attack. Right? Like this like
this Deathwing unit is brutal. This 10-man squad.
I'm going to buy it right now. If he has a back upstairs, I'll buy it today. I gotta buy the second box. I have no choice.
Like, you know what? All these, like, you don't even need the stratagems to make them that great because they're good just with that alone, and you can't counter that. So I was playing against Skari, and I was trying out the new Grey Knight Paladins and all that, and like all these combined things. But he was playing Blackheart. He was playing with the Vect, right? So I had all these things combined with stratagems, focusing on stratagems. You just Vect the stratagem.
Yep.
And then it was just like, okay, the Terminators aren't that great. In this case, they don't need the stratagems. They just help a lot, and you have 2 of them as well. So make them toughness 5. Obviously, the -1 wound is much better than the toughness 5 one, but the toughness 5 one is still really good, and that's nuts too.
Like, you're right. If you want to forget all the stratagems, I mean, you can take the 10-man squad
And just give him a 5+ to
and you can deep trick him 9 inches away instead of the 6 inches, whatever.
Yeah.
But you give this guy, you make the ancient your general, and you give him the master of maneuver warlord trait. You do all your charges.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Exactly. A lot of good stuff, even for the Deathwing. Like Deathwing were a joke. Let's be honest. They were a joke before.
I'm aware.
I specifically remember bringing a friend in to play against Steve.
No, don't tell this story.
Who never wins games.
No.
His name is Sean.
Don't.
You know?
Sean, I hope you're not watching this. I'm so sorry.
I don't think you would.
Okay.
He's new to the game, and Steve's. I'm like, just be, let the guy win, man. He never wins. The guy needs to win. He's like, okay, it's fine. I'll play only Deathwing. I'm gonna put him in a Storm Raven, and I'm gonna fly right up the middle of the board, right in front of his Baneblade. Surely they'll get shot down. They'll all charge and die. And lo and behold, Steve tabled him on turn 2. Somehow. With Deathwing.
Baneblade and...
He played like a good guard list, right?
Hellhounds.
Yeah, he had like the bog standard good.
Nothing would hit.
And he got
nothing would move. So I had 5 Deathwing Knights in a Storm Raven and 5 Deathwing Terminators in a Land Raider. I'm like, I'll just run right at him, Luka, and let him shoot me.
I'm just going to advance everything. Oh, I'm not ready to shoot my guns.
This is the height of the strength of Astral Meltarum. This is Deathwing.
This is Deathwing
early
like 8 months ago or something like that.
Yeah.
Or even more, yeah.
Mid-8. I'm like, there's no way. And that was the one and only victory I got.
He's only ever won with Deathwing one time. That was awesome, bad man.
All right, we're nearing the end, folks. A couple more things we're going to point out. We have the special issue war gear.
That's actually new for that's new for them. Granite didn't get that, for example. They got their special ammo. They got their artificer armor.
They got mastercraft weapon. Fantastic. That's all you need.
That's actually a really good one. Yeah.
Okay, so the litany they got for their chaplain, right? It's called Stoic Prosecution. If this litany is inspiring, friendly Dark Angels infantry within 6 of this model that did not advance or fell back. Fire their weapons as if they remain stationary.
Which also combos with Grim Resolve, obviously.
Well, don't even get me started. So yeah, you count as stationary if you didn't fall back or if you didn't advance. I don't know if I would ever use it.
It's super good.
Why?
I don't know. It's only 1 unit within 6.
So it's like I'm gonna use my litany to basically help me not have much one hit with my heavy weapons.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep a chaplain up on my devastators just in case my devastators need to reposition.
I think it's more or less for intercessors.
Okay. Why is that good in intercessors?
Because they get to always rapid fire, no matter what.
So I mean, with the extra,
Rerolling
am I gonna need to move up?
No, because they have 36-inch range. Probably not, but you could. So that gives them a 40. It's one of those. It's an option. You have 42-inch threat range with 10 intercessors that are always rapid firing, assuming your litany is always inspiring, because they can fail.
I just don't think. I don't think if you need that range.
You feel like it's too much, right?
Yeah, if I feel if I need that, it's not. I'm not in dire straits. The points on this chaplain are better spent elsewhere. Catechism of Fire will probably be better.
Well,
I just don't think this is as good as you think it is.
I would also, depending on the situation, I guess the problem is you only know one, right? That's the rough thing. You can only know one of these. Unless you're
Yeah. So yes, thank you. That was my beef. Other people can maybe know two. Dark Angels are all about the chaplains.
I think it's the only one that can know two.
Is the special one from the last book.
That's true. He can do it. So, I mean, you can do that too yourself.
No, I can't.
Oh, you can't?
No, I can't.
Because these are Interrogator Chaplains?
Yes.
Is that why?
That's Space Marines. I'm not Space Marines. I'm Dark Angels. I have Interrogator Chaplains. We are known for... We have...
What about your name chaplain? Oh, no, they don't like
the
Dark...
One. Asmodai, one.
The Dark Angels don't like that guy either.
Yeah, I know he does. He's kind of a jerk. But yeah, our chaplains...
Word bearers
should have been more special.
Word bearer Dark Apostles know too as
well. It's like, okay, somebody went through the book. I hate speculating, but somebody went through the book and made them more powerful, but didn't. I feel bad saying this. So you didn't know anything about the lore here.
Oh,
there's nothing.
That's true. Oh, maybe you're right.
That's what I feel like.
The stratagems. Stratagems.
Maybe
are good.
Just. it's very. The book I think is very powerful.
I'm saying I think the stratagems are narratively.
Also, that person forgot to give us points for Lazarus.
Yes, I wanted to talk about that the whole time. The new
That's
character.
So frustrating.
The new character. You see him. I think that's him right there. I'm like dead certain that's him on the art. He's in the book. His rules are there, but his points aren't.
Come on.
He's got 7 power.
Hopefully, I'm gonna assume today.
Where's his points?
FAQ addressing it, or there's an article. I'm not.
As this is released, there will probably
hopefully
be an FAQ. I'm gonna guess 130 to 150 points because he's at power 7.
Yeah.
He's not in here.
They forgot to give us points for Lazarus.
There's points are not in here, people. Like you know what we did? We even looked at the Grey Knights to see if he was printed there. We checked the Thousand Suns.
Attention to detail. Like it's just
It's not there. He's not there. No Lazarus. No Lazarus.
I mean, lots of good. There's some bad. It's a little boring. The strength is there. It's a little boring.
But the strength is there.
Well, okay, so like
to some people that might be all that matters.
The Green Wing's boring. Yeah, I know. Well, that's
you know what? Yes, the Green Wing is very boring.
Yeah, Green Wing is very boring.
But the other two.
I wonder if you're ready. So people only. I worry that that's all we care about. Like all we care about 40K now is the strength. It's all tournament.
I hope not.
Always tournament.
I hope not. That's
this is my yeah. No, I don't want this to be all about strength. Strength is there. I'm not saying this is weak. This is very very.
I want
strong.
my army to feel like Dark Angels when I play my Dark Angels.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Well, that's it. Let me know what you think.
Yes, of
Email
course.
me or comment below. If I'm way off, I can be wrong. I'm wrong all the time. Let me know. I like to hear your points. If I'm just not seeing something, point it out and I'll reevaluate. But either way, I think very powerful. Excited to play some games more. I've only got one game in so far. I will get more in real soon. But I'm excited for the future of Dark Angels. Maybe eventually the line will come out. No more fake outs, GW.
Oh yeah, this is the first thing you looked for, wasn't it?
100%.
Yeah, if Psychic Awakening came out, where's the line? Not there. What a surprise.
Still the line. Okay.
What a surprise.
He's over at Starbucks. He woke up right away. He's like getting coffee. He's not coming back for a long time.
He's in the rock.
But if you want to see me play a game right away, my first game in the vault right now with Vito, 1,500 points, Dark Angels versus White Scars, where you're going to find out which biker gang is the best. It's already a vault member. 7-day free trial. Won't cost you a thing. You can cancel it afterwards. Thanks for watching, everybody. Happy wargaming.